When you have faith as small as a mustard seed, that's all you can hold on to. Cling on to that and question and ask, is this still a desire? Is this really what you want for us? Back in 2015, we wanted to have another child. Ben came statistically correctly in terms of like how long the time period is. By statistics, we thought this is fine, but for various reasons, we didn't have another child very quickly at all. But there is such a thing as second infertility. This is what we discovered. There wasn't any physical reason why we couldn't have a baby again. And we felt that it was what was for our family, for our life, felt that's what God wanted for us, but for whatever reason, that wasn't happening. During that period was also my dad was diagnosed with cancer. We were able to be with him and be around him, and to walk alongside him with his diagnosis and his journey. And he was having various appointments. So he had an operation on his liver where he had a portion of his liver removed with the idea that that would eventually regenerate. He did have a successful operation and we could still sort of spend time with him as a family and with his grandson, with Ben. What was wonderful throughout was the support of our friends and our family. Having people pray with you who were walking alongside you, didn't know how you were feeling because hadn't necessarily gone through the same thing, but could at least pray when I couldn't pray. And I know that God performs miracles. I've seen that in many other ways. I just had to cling on to even just the basis of God is a good God all the time and will be forever. He will never leave me or forsake me. Sort of our basic truths carry an incredible power when you're at your lowest. But we kept praying and asking really if this was truly the desire of our hearts to have another child and increase our family. We were prepared to have IVF if that was the journey we were going to go on. The thing with second infertility is that then you might struggle to access resources with the NHS. Both mum and dad were fully aware that we ended up going private for our IVF treatment. The fertility place was sort of telling us we were at the end of prime fertility. When the doctor had finished that procedure and they turned and said to me, it's up to he or she now. Had to really hold on to that lightly, but also say to God, okay, that this is with you. It's always been with him. So we were on the cusp of being able to tell them that the IVF had been successful, tell them and many others who were with us on this journey, also at the point of hearing my dad was really deteriorating. We've been told he'd got weeks to go. So had a scan on a Monday. We could see a viable heart beating powerfully, just a miracle in front of our very eyes, and our miracle to own. And kind of coming home from that appointment, I said to James, we need to tell my mum and dad. I really want to tell him that his prayers have been answered as well. That Monday evening, we ended up telephoning them, and what was wonderful was that Dad fully knew what we were saying, and he said, hallelujah, you've had the desires of your heart answered. This is the real answer to prayer. And he actually did pass away and go to be with Jesus on the Friday of that week. And I am comforted completely by the fact that he knew that it was successful, that his prayers have been answered as well.